Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You know what? If you're a new viewer, I don't think you will ever understand. It's getting even deeper and deeper and deeper. We're getting in deeper and deeper into this thing, and I think by days 300, inshallah, if I'm gonna last so far, I don't think I will ever consider someone who's gonna be watching me from total scratch, honestly. um, Honestly, people say social media is a bad thing, which is just making your life worse day and night. Um, to a certain degree, I do agree. If you are using it the wrong way, if you are a consumer, first of all, I produce content. I produce content on Twitter. I was producing content on Twitter. I'm producing content on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Alhamdulillah, and I have my YouTube channel. I have my Facebook. I mean, I would like to upload content to TikTok, Snapchat, this short form content, these platforms which are allowing you to upload short form content, and they're really good at this short form stuff. Spotlight went a little crazy, was giving hundreds of thousands of dollars to those people who have been uploading to Spotlight. TikTok is the same. You can make money with this thing which they launched nearly. I forgot the name, but if you upload a video which is longer than 1 minute or 2 minutes, you make more money. So but the problem is that the tool which I'm using to upload content, which have been scheduled upfront for 1 month upfront, first of all, it allows you to upload only three channels at the same time. So, and TikTok is banned in my country, and Snapchat isn't available in that software. Otherwise, instead of posting to Facebook, which is, older people's social media, which kind of makes sense because my clients are usually people who are older than me. But again, I don't know, like Facebook for me, it's not cool, I think, to use Facebook right now. Like, I don't know, for me, Facebook is not like something I myself would like to use. My mom uses Facebook instead of Instagram all the time, but I use Instagram, I use YouTube, and it's more common when you use the product itself, yourself, like you watch videos on YouTube and you message with your guys and watch motivational content on Instagram, and guess what? You upload content to these platforms. You're going to be more familiar with what you're doing. Vice versa, when you are uploading content to platforms where never have consumed content from. Okay, getting back, today is 22nd of June 2024. Time is flying. Honestly, time is flying. What I was saying about social media. I produce content on social media isn't that bad. If you produce content, if you connect with people, genuinely have a good intention to learn, to get better. For example, you can connect with designers, programmers, business owners, entrepreneurs, and genuinely good guys. And this is how you're, instead of messaging to girls, and you can message to right people. So you can connect with new people, you can find out new people, you can produce content, you can use this tool for better. What I was saying is that before recording this video, I consumed some motivational videos. I wanted to honestly, it's 11:38 p.m. 11:38 p.m. and let me just be honest with you. I honestly didn't want to record this video. I would not record this video if there would be no this Instagram reels, which are saying to your face, you know, you are gonna do it anyway, right? You get the you enter Instagram, and the first video which is getting recommended to you is like, you know, it's gonna suck, and you're gonna do it anyway, and you're like, fuck, man. All right, all right. Recording this video ain't something I would like to do, honestly. Like, the recording this video suck more. Consistency isn't that hard if you build the right systems. The problem is that my system is so freaking bad that being consistent is nearly impossible. Recording a video between 11 p.m. and 12 a.m. at night is not something which you want to do, alright? And you know, have in mind that you have to wake up at 3 a.m. 3 hours later to guess what? Read Fajr, your first prayer. 3 hours, 3 hours of sleep. You know, I mean, I nearly, you know, you were gonna be in your bed for about 1 hour or something, just lying on your bed and trying to fall asleep, getting in that mode of sleep, right? So just basically 2 hours of sleep, and you have to get awake again. And this is not something which you want to do. The system which I have come up with so far, you know, I don't know when it stuck and came to my mind that, you know what, if we're gonna record a video after, we're gonna do something, maybe DM people, or maybe do basically, you know, my homework, as I have said before in last video, then I'm gonna have rights to record a video. Otherwise, I didn't do anything, or yet I didn't do anything yet. So what you're gonna be recording a video about, right? Wrong. That's the thing, because in that case you have to record a video next day morning or the same day night, because my work day ends not at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. all right, it ends when I'm gonna go to sleep. And when I'm gonna go to sleep is like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., man. And after working for 12, 16, 18 hours a day, and you finally can sleep. But no, you're not gonna sleep. You have committed yourself to a freaking 365-day challenge where you're gonna record a video every single day. So something which is so easy to record a freaking 7-minute long video. Man, it's already 7 minutes. I was like, before recording this video, I was like, oh, okay, man, I'm gonna record this 3-minute long video and I'm gonna go to sleep. It's already 7 minutes. It's already 2 times more, man, than I was actually planning to record. So again, you know, let me quickly go over what I have done. I read Quran, translation of it. I'm vlogging right now. I was supposed to have a meeting today with guys in my agency. I talked to you know, this I'm working on my personal brand, and you know, there are some really good things going on over there, alhamdulillah, because there was one short form video editor who reached out to me and want to work with me, and that guy is insane, honestly. He you know, I hop on a meeting with him, he can fluently speak or understand English, and guess what, he's still trying to work. He's still trying to work. I think he's using, I'm messaging him on WhatsApp, and I think he's using Google Translator or something to talk with me. I don't know how he's watching these videos, honestly, but you know, he's just insane guy. You know, nothing is stopping him right now. Like, nothing is stopping. He's editing, alhamdulillah, is good. Thankfully, his editing is good. Otherwise, it would have been so much pain to work with someone who can't understand your language, and at the same time, edits not kind of good. But thankfully, editing skills are way better than the English skills. So, personal brand. I talked to video editor. There was one graphic designer who reached out. So, a thumbnail designer. Insane, alhamdulillah. So yeah, I didn't talk, but I messaged to one backend developer. This is, this is about my startup which I'm building right now on the side. um yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, these are not the things which I have planned for today, actually. The things which are in my to-do list are actually very different things than I just have said you. um but anyway, you know um you know well, it's good that I didn't start the video with the things which I have done so far. Otherwise, this video actually could have been just a 3-minute long video. Because the thing number one which took most of my time today, after reading the Quran, the translation of it, me and my mom went to the place area, another corner of our city. Freaking, I don't know, 40-minute long trip, even on the car, and on by foot and underground it's gonna be hour and a half or something, because it's basically the other side of the city. um College. I graduated from school and parents are making me to get into university. Most of my time was spent over there. Most of my energy was spent over there, trying to fight with myself. Because, I mean, these people out there who are not your mom, they aren't like, asking you to come and study, right? They don't really want you, because if not you, then there is like thousands of other, white sheeps out there who are willing to pay $8,000, $6,000 a year for a piece of paper. And if you are that black sheep and so cool and you're Sigma, then go ahead somewhere else. For them, their attitude is this. But the problem is that my mom was over there. And my mom was the one who took me over there, right? This place was more like a seminar, where all the universities from like different parts of the world came in one place. And it's so draining your energy, because you see these people who are excited about getting into uni, and you're like, fuck, man. Not only these people aren't getting any knowledge, any insane value, right? What you're getting for $6,000, what you're getting for $8,000 a year, what you're getting is your flight costs are less than $500, because it's inside of Asia. Most of them were from Asia. It's Malaysia, Singapore, India. So the flight costs aren't that much. It's less than $500, $800, but the tuition fee is like $6,000. And guess what? I don't think these people have $6,000 lying around. These people aren't looking that rich. They're like me. This is a, two-room apartment. I'm recording this video in my uncle's t-shirt and front camera of my iPhone. These people aren't that rich. And oh my god, if I'm gonna, every time when I remember how energy draining and what kind of place I was in just a couple of hours ago. We came back from that place at 5:30 or 5:40 p.m. and went to that place at like 2 p.m. or something, 2:30 or 2:40. So couple of hours to get there and come back, and couple of hours actually being in that area and being in that place. And I have to pretend that I want to study in university, because otherwise, what am I gonna do in that place? I have to pretend that I want to get into university and pay $6,000 a year, and study in your university and have to ask some interesting questions. Just insane, I mean. Yeah. So my plan, what comes to university, was to, I thought universities have exams. You have to pass through a certain exam to get into university at first. But it turns out the problem is that some of these universities don't even have exams. Some of them don't have exams. If you have good grades at school and you have certain certificates from, like, coding bootcamp or ILTS, like mine, um, you can start your education from September. Just pay your $6,000 tuition, and year one starts for you. And I'm like, shit, like if you remember, I think it was day 50, 150 or something. If you remember, I have said you before that, in my country, you have to get through certain exams, even if you have good grades from school, to get into university. And I was like, my plan was, I'm gonna fail the exams. I don't have to come up with this creative solutions, like, I remember when I was 15, I wanted to just give $2,000 or $3,000, which is a tuition cost of a university for 1 year, to the hands of my mom. And that was my game plan to, you know, how to say that in English? To make my mom not make me to get into university. I hope you understood what I mean. I hope. That was my game plan. But the problem is that, I can't say the problem. I can't say problem. I can't say it's not a problem. But as you can see, I'm turning 18 in a couple of days, and I have graduated from high school. And the problem is that I do not have extra $2,000 or $3,000 lying around to give it to my mom, and make sure that I'm not gonna make her sure that I'm okay financially and I can make money without getting into university. Because the truth is, she genuinely loves you. Your mom, I believe, she genuinely loves you also. The problem is that they just never have seen you succeed. Yes, you might be asking, why then they think if I'm gonna get into uni that I'm gonna succeed. Well, the problem is that the fact that you get into university at all, for them, means that you succeed. Not the fact that you have graduated or had a good job means that you succeed. For your parents, I think so far what I have learned, the fact that you have get into university and the fact that they can, not to say brag, but talk about it with your relatives about it, is already counts as a win. So not the fact that you actually succeed. For you and I, succeed means, a lot of money, face, of course, don't forget about it. A lot of money, face, face, a lot of money, cars, expensive houses. But for them, it's not. And, it doesn't make them a bad people, right? It just means that, they're your parents, man. They're your parents. Just, bear with it. For them, success means a totally different thing. That's the name of the game. Um, and yeah, I don't have $2 or $3,000 to give it to my mom. And what I have come up with, the creative idea which God put into my head was, you know what? You don't have to come up with all these interesting ways to not get into university. Instead, just apply for a uni, fail the exams, and the result speaks for themselves. uh, that I think this thing can work with my local country, or with my country, local country. Um, because in my country, you, even if you have the best grades, you still have to pass through certain exams to get into university at first. But when we was in that place, in that seminar with my mom, and certain universities don't have this kind of things, and they are private universities, and they're ready to, take on anyone who is willing to pay the tuition fees. Honestly, it seems like it is, because it's so easy to get into these universities. It's so easy to get into these universities. It seems like they just it seems like they just want your money, honestly, to a certain degree. Tuition fee is like 4, 5, 6, 7, $8,000 a year. um but to get into university, you just need IELTS certificate and good grades from high school. Uh, and that's the moment when I got when it got me, because I could have I was trapped. My mom, she wants me to get into university, genuinely. And I was trapped. These people are willing to take me on, just pay the tuition, and my mom doesn't care about the tuition because I don't know what is wrong with her. And I was trapped in between, because these two sides are okay, but I'm not okay. You know, um, the way I explain it to a guy, who came up to us and pitched us the idea, pitched us the university. I explained to him that tuition is too expensive, and so my excuse to him was, this one. And to my mom, which was a lot harder to explain, I genuinely let her know, as I did before, many, many months ago, that I don't want to study in any university. And I think, this story seems like it's short, but it's not. This is something which started at 2 p.m. today and ended maybe when we were making dinner at like 7 or 8 p.m. 7 or 8 p.m. We're making some scars. um Not to say it's something bad, but it is something necessarily. Watching this video, it might seem like it's a very bad thing, blah 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 blah. I know it is. Yeah, I can't say that it was funny, cool, fancy, because when you watch motivational content on Instagram, there is background sound, there is blah blah blah, there is blah blah blah, and it sounds cool, looks cool, whatever. But actually living through these things which you used to watch on Instagram with background music on, in life, where there is no background music, where there is no color correction, where there is no likes and views, that sucks a lot. You know, when I was trapped over there trying to explain two sides, when I was getting back home unmotivated to work because it was so energy draining, and yeah, man, you know, I kind of forget that this is the way these things should be. You know, only after I entered Instagram to, if I'm being honest, to procrastinate and just maybe check my DMs, right? So maybe someone have messaged me, and there is first or second video which are getting recommended is, you know, a video saying it's gonna suck. This is how it should be. This is your new life. You know. You know, Luke Bellmer have said if you wanna lead the orchestra, be ready to show your back to the crowd, right? And you know, quotes sound fancy, videos looks great, but leaving that thing in your real life and making these videos come true, actually, this is something, you know, it feels like, you know, this is another world, really much. I mean, another world with all the ugliness of it. Another world where we do certain things which we don't understand why we do. Another world where we have all these downsides of ourselves called such as fear and misunderstanding and fear of being misfit, fear of being, you know, black sheep. You know, even if it, again when you watch Instagram reels, black sheep, you know, a king, la 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 blah blah blah, sounds cool, right? Yes, it is. But what about actually living this thing in your real life, right? Very, very different experience. All the ugliness of a real world comes into play. And that thing doesn't look fancy. That thing is so ugly that you're gonna be amazed. Instagram reels, they look great. They look fancy. There is background sound, there is editing, there is color correction, there is fancy code in the background or as a text. But in real life, there is no background sound. And I don't think you're gonna remember some kind of fancy code. You know, you are gonna act on your emotions a lot of times. Trust me. If you are not well experienced in that field. And the problem is that you and I, a lot of you are 18, 16, 17-year-old guys who never have done these things before. And trust me, you are gonna act on emotions. You are gonna act on emotions. Yeah. Okay, 29 minutes. Enough for today. Peace out.